Hey everyone, alphaexclusive.com for March 26, 2012. This is a daily chart. It goes back about 1 year, so each candle is 1 day in trading length. We had a very explosive day today. The stock opened at 25 cents, closed at 50 cents for a 100% gain on very explosive volume. 123.7 thousand shares were traded today. One of the biggest volume days, the second biggest volume day the stock's seen in the last year, and I think actually ever on record. So very interesting. A lot of interest is here, and we can see basically on March 20th, we had a very big volume increase, but the price didn't move. It actually ended up closing at zero, open and closed at the exact same spot. So generally, the rule of thumb is volume precedes price. And as volume comes in, we generally see the price move there shortly after. And we saw a big volume spike here March 20th. And then when we saw the second volume spike a few days later, today, basically the price just took off like a rocket. Now we were trading sideways in a channel. We had lows and support around 12 to 15, 16 cents area, and then we had resistance up at the 30 cent, 31 cent area. And you can see that it was basically moving in this sideways channel, bouncing about between the support and resistance. And when we broke above the resistance area, basically it creates a breakout. We leave the old channel and the stock starts to move in an upward trend. Now what's important is that I've actually drawn this line blue. Generally I make my resistance red and my support blue. But in this case, I've made the old resistance blue because once a resistance is broken, it then becomes support. So if we were to see any pullback here, we're going to see a lot of support at this 30 cent area. Now looking farther ahead on where we have, using this formula where price, previous support could be resistance and previous resistance will again be resistance, we can get some ideas on what we could see as future price resistance areas. We probably are going to see our next resistance area probably between the high 60s and mid 70s. You can see the 70 cent area was a support. Just above here we ran up to some a high of 75 cents, also 68 cents. So in this general area, a lot of support and resistance, and so we could see that area behave as a resistance again in the future. Currently at 50 cents and closed the high a day indicates we still have some upward movement before the price gets overbought. Looking at the last run, we're currently at 77 on the RSI. The last RSI here peaked at about 70, right around 80, and again here right around 80 as well. So we could be getting possibly a little bit close to overbought, but certainly there is room to run, and with very explosive volume, it means that the price can run harder and push that RSI even harder. Looking at volume on the last run, we had a very interesting move here. The last time the stock really had a run, we were trading as low as 10 cents, around all the way up to $1.45, so very explosive gain, about 140%, 1,400% upward move on this particular move here. It only took a few weeks. And we could see something similar beginning to start again. Volume is the key. As long as we have strong volume, it means the price is going to continue. We could see here that as the volume remains strong, the price continued to move up. And as we saw the volume start to dip here around August 2nd, that was sort of the early indicator that there's not a lot of interest left to push the stock up any higher. Certainly we don't see any volume weakness at this particular moment, very early in the upward trend, so we should expect that trend to continue. Looking at the MACD, you can see that it was basically opened up and started to move up here, and again when we got that crossover point happened around August 4th, that indicated the upward trend was ending, also very close to the very top of the move, and that also suggested that the upward trend was over, and then we had a little nice pullback and a move all the way back down to the 12 cent area as low. Now again, the MACDs are starting to curve back up, so you want to watch those, make sure they remain open. If they cross over, it could be a time or an indication that you maybe want to get out and take some profits, and the run may be over. We also have our next resistance right around 106. We had a double top here, which created a pullback down to the 70 cent area. So this is again going to be another future resistance. We had a high of 105 and then again at 106. So this is what we would call a double top, and then usually it creates a resistance point, and this price needs to have a pullback. Again, we did end up breaking this level. Once we did, the stock ran up to $1.45. Again, found resistance and pulled back. So we can use these as possible indicators on where we could see resistance in the future. But currently, with the volume structure coming in, certainly the stock probably has some ways to run in the future. So thanks very much for watching. Remember, I'm not an investment advisor, so don't use this video as any buy or sell signal. Until next time, be sure to stop by alphaexclusive.com and sign up for the newsletter, and be sure to have happy trading. Thanks very much.